Hello and welcome back to the Tim Hayes YouTube channel. This time I have a mini Star Wars toy haul for you. But first, update on Streets of Mos Eisley Diorama. Just have the one out, and as you can see I added a few little bits to it. I recently bought some paper stock inserts for a single Streets of Mos Eisley Diorama playset. So you can see there's a little sheet of like sandy ground, and then I bought a backdrop insert for the archway, and I've got Star Wars Vintage Collection action figure of Cal Kestis out. He's holding his lightsaber and he's got his little droid next to him, and yeah, the background is just street scene of Mos Eisley spaceport from the original Star Wars movie. And then I've got the Vintage Collection Dr. Evison standing outside this little house with this gun. You can see I've got an interior to the house, and you see a little Mos Eisley street Jawa inside. I've got the door open, so let me see if I can adjust the camera so you can get a better view inside. Let me go. No, that's not gonna. Yeah, this does almost see into it. Yeah, you can see right there I've got one of the sand crawler Jawas conversing with the other Jawa inside the building. The door is just wide open, so you could look in and see these two. And this guard droid is kind of in the way, so let me see if I can adjust a little door droid. There. You can see that other Jawa in there just a tiny bit. And then I've got the another Streets of Mos Eisley Jawa just sitting down on the sandy ground. And there's Cal Kestis again, standing by the archway with the backdrop insert. Yeah, and these three pieces are all from Cardboard Galaxy. That I bought those from Cardboard Galaxy on eBay. So that's just the one update I wanted to show you on the Streets of Mos Eisley Diorama playset. And I have 3 new action figures to show off. So one I bought from Hasbro Pulse is a deluxe vintage collection action figure of Hammerhead, who's also known simply, well, he's better known as Hammerhead, but he's also called Momon Nadon. He was a deluxe action figure since he comes with all these accessories. Yeah, Mona Nadon, Hammerhead, an exile from Ithor. Momon Nadon was a rebel sympathizer who cultivated a hidden garden in the mountains of South Mos Eisley. There he is, just standing up holding a stick, and he's got 2 blasters, just the regular standard sort of stormtrooper looking blaster, and then the bigger blaster. Let's see. Yeah, that bigger one, just like the Power of the Force 2 one. He's got the little white bar room glass of blue liquid, and he's got a little walking stick like thing. And then he's got an extra hand. And I believe that's it. So I'm going to open this guy. And then from an eBay seller, I bought two of the most recent Star Wars Retro Collection figures that were originally included in that Target set of 6-pack. I've been wanting to get a pink tusk variant of what's his name, Walrus Man, also known as Ponta Baba. So I got the Retro Collection version, just like the original. It comes with the blaster like vintage Kenner Stormtrooper has. And then I got the Dr. Evazan Retro Collection figure that comes with two blasters. One that resembles the one that comes with the vintage collection version, and then a grayish white blaster, which I think is really supposed to be Ponta Baba's blaster, but just like the vintage Kenner figure, they made it so he can only hold a weapon in the right hand. He's got really short fingers and barely any thumb on the left hand. But first, I'm going to open up Hammerhead. So I will be back. Okay, I'm back, and I opened all three of the figures. Let me show you. Yeah, this Retro Collection Ponta Baba Walrus Man, his limbs are pretty tight, and the head is on there tight. It does move, but just barely turns. And then this Retro Collection Dr. Evazan, yeah, he's got a gun just like the retro one does, but that fit into his right hand just fine. But the whitish gray gun that was really meant for Walrus Man originally, that was a little bit tricky to get into the left hand of Dr. Evazan, but it slides in. I noticed on the thumb, it looks like it came with a little bit of a mistake on the paint application. The thumb is, the side of the thumb's a little grayish white, like his shirt. So that was pretty sure that was a mistake. It came that way inside the little tray, but I didn't buy those two figures with the original Target 5-pack. I bought them from an eBay seller that had bought the 5-pack and was just selling them individually without the original packaging other than the tray. And I switched hands on Nadon Hammerhead so he could hold his barroom little white cup of blue milk or blue liquid or whatever it is. This figure was a little bit harder to get to stand up, but he's got, I don't know if you can see it that well, but he's got the little mouth on the side of teeth. And this is what they show him on the back with his gun, one of his gun hands holding that walking stick. Yeah, you can see a little bit the side of the head on the front of the package. Yeah, so the extra hand, I switched it to the extra hand just so he can hold his barroom cup. I just have him standing right next to Cal Kestis, with Cal Kestis' little droid in between, and yeah, it's just hard to get that hammerhead guy to stand up, and he's got little cloth good pants. And this weapon would just barely fit into Hammerhead's left hand. I tested it in the right hand I took out, and it seems to fit better in the right hand bit, which the original right hand that came with them, the walking stick like staff thingy, fits in that hand better. Yeah, this extra hand I put in that came with them, I think that's more for the just so he can hold his drink. Yeah, I wish you could see side of it. Yeah, you can see a little bit of this side of his mouth, but I think there's teeth in there, but they're not painted any other color than just brown. And I think because of the way his feet are designed and just the cloth goods and that little like scarf thing around his neck, that I think that limits mobility, so he can move his head, so he can have his head like sideways, so he can drink with the side of his head where the mouth is with all the little teeth. Oh, and yeah, the gun on the Retro Collection Walrus Man, it's just like a Stormtrooper blaster that you have to twist into the hand, so he holds it just like a vintage Kenner Stormtrooper holds a blaster. So yeah, these Retro Collection figures aren't like the original first six where they wouldn't really hold their guns. The Princess Leia, I have that 6-pack, will hold her gun, but not that well. Yeah, I was gonna set up a few more figures, but I didn't want to clutter things up that much. Let you see inside that diorama again, and let me see. I can. Yeah, this wire is not gonna go that far. There, you can see a little bit of the Jawas from the open roof. You can see a little carpet printed onto the bottom of this Cardboard Galaxy paper stock interior. And then I just have the white background cardboard pieces of those Cardboard Galaxy paper stock inserts were in between. So there's Hammerhead, Adon, and then Cal Kestis, and then Vintage Collection Dr. Evasan, and the Retro Collection Ponda Baba Walrus Man with the pink tusks. But it's mainly just a recreation completely of the original Kenner figure. It's not a movie accurate one, but You get the retro collection. I got the retro collection Dr. Evisan holding two different guns right there. So there's the other little Jawa. So I was gonna set some more figures up back there, but like these two, but maybe next time in the next video I'll set up some more figures back there. I just mainly wanted to focus on this paper stock inserts and those two guys and Walrus Man, and that I've got Cal Kestis out now. Had him still in the package in my last video. So thank you for watching my Star Wars action figure haul. Next time, have a few more figures to open. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you again for watching. I am your host, Tim Hayes, on the Tim Hayes YouTube channel, and good night. Please watch my channel again very soon for a new video. And here we go. Good night.